Welcome back to High Stakes, where we help you elevate your betting strategy. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay updated with our daily content. Looking for exclusive access to premium betting picks? Join us on Patreon. Links are available in the comments section below. Stay ahead of the game with High Stakes. Oh, the glorious matchup between the Montreal Canadiens and the Chicago Blackhawks, where one team is firing on all cylinders and the other is just out there hoping they don't get blown out by double digits. It's honestly a little like watching a professional football team play against a high school team. But instead of a game of football, it's a game of hockey where one team actually knows how to score and the other is just hoping to make it out with their dignity intact. Let's start with Montreal, shall we? The Canadiens have turned into a bit of a surprise package lately. I mean, sure, they're currently sitting 6th in the Atlantic Division, but with a 17-17-3 record, they've managed to convince everyone that they're actually on their way to something good. In the last week, they've reeled off 3 straight wins, and let's not forget they've won 6 of their last 7 games. They've somehow found a balance between their offense and defense, and now they're looking like they might sneak into a wild card spot by the end of the season. If Montreal can keep their hot streak going, scoring an average of 4.17 goals per game in their last 6 games, and allowing just 2.17, they might actually start making some noise. They've got some talented players up front, like Cole Caulfield and Nick Suzuki, and while their defense is still a little shaky at times, when they're on their game, they're hard to stop. Sam Montembeault, Montreal's goaltender, has been a bit of a roller coaster himself, but hey, who isn't? With a 2.87 GAA and a .902 SV%, he's been decent enough to hold things down in net. I'm not going to say he's the best goalie in the world, but compared to Chicago's goaltending situation, he's practically an all-star. Montembeault is 2-0-1 in his career against the Blackhawks, with a respectable 2.24 GAA and a .925 SV%. So, yeah, I'd say Montreal's got a pretty good shot at taking this one, especially with Chicago's defense being more generous than a free buffet. Now, let's get into Chicago, the team that just can't seem to buy a win. With a 12-24-2 record, the Blackhawks are in the midst of a 5-game losing streak and are probably looking for a new hobby at this point. I mean, seriously, they've got the worst offense in the league, scoring a measly 2.69 goals per game, and a defense that's practically daring teams to score on them, ranking 27th in goals allowed. They give up an average of 5.4 goals per game in their last 5, and it's no surprise why. They allow a ton of shots, 29.82 per game, and their goaltenders are doing a spectacular job of turning those shots into goals. I mean, if you're looking for a goalie who's not exactly stopping the puck, Petr Mrazek is your guy. He's posted a 3.23 GAA and a .893 SV% this season. And let's just say he's not exactly the brick wall that Montreal will have to worry about. But hey, the Blackhawks are still trying. Or at least, they say they are. Their defense, on the other hand, is the definition of a dumpster fire. With Mrazek in net and a defense that can't stop anything, Montreal should have no problem putting pucks in the back of the net. In fact, they've been so dominant in recent games, I wouldn't be shocked if this game turned into a complete rout. If you're not betting on Montreal to win this game, you might want to take a step back and rethink your life choices. Now, as for the over/under, well, the over might be the safest bet here. Montreal's offense has been absolutely rolling, and Chicago has shown that they're more than happy to let teams score as much as they want. So, even though the Blackhawks might struggle to score against Montembeault, I think they'll still get a couple of goals in. Montreal, on the other hand, will likely score a boatload. The over on 6 goals is almost too easy to ignore, given how leaky the Blackhawks defense is. So, here's the prediction. Montreal wins, and the over hits. It's just the way things are going. Montreal is on fire, and Chicago is just there for the ride. Now, here are some of the best game prop picks for the Montreal Canadiens versus Chicago Blackhawks game. Montreal to score first. Oh, you can pretty much pencil this one in. The Canadiens have been fantastic at setting the tone early in their games, which, let's face it, isn't all that surprising given Chicago's defense, or lack thereof. Montreal has been firing on all cylinders offensively lately, and when you throw in Chicago's tendency to start games with defensive lapses, it's almost guaranteed that Montreal will grab the lead right from the get-go. Whether it's their top line or their supporting cast chipping in, they've shown time and again that they're more than capable of striking quickly. Chicago, on the other hand, has been more of a wait for the inevitable goal to happen type of team, so expect Montreal to capitalize early and get the first goal, likely within the first few minutes of the game. Sam Montembeault to record a win. Look, Sam Montembeault may not be gracing the cover of Best Goalies of the Year anytime soon, but let's not pretend like he's not light years ahead of what Chicago has going on between the pipes. Montreal has been dominating offensively, and Chicago's offense? Well, let's just say it's more like a practice drill for opposing goalies at this point. Montreal, with his 2.87 GAA and .902 SV%, doesn't have to be flawless. He just needs to not fall apart when the Blackhawks inevitably struggle to get pucks past him. With Montreal controlling the tempo and Chicago's defense being a revolving door of mistakes, Montreal should have plenty of opportunities to stop easy shots while his teammates pour goals in on Mrazek. A win for Montreal is practically a given, barring some weird, catastrophic meltdown. Considering how Montreal has been firing on all cylinders and Chicago has been busy just hoping they don't lose by double digits, it's safe to say Montreal will walk away with the victory here. Montreal to score 4+ goals. Oh, Montreal's offense has been absolutely on fire lately, scoring over 4 goals per game in their last 6 contests. So, when you look at a matchup against a team like the Chicago Blackhawks, who are more known for their defensive breakdowns than anything remotely resembling a defensive strategy, it's pretty clear Montreal is going to feast. Chicago's defense is giving up goals like they're handing out candy on Halloween, and their goaltending isn't exactly putting up walls either. With all the offensive firepower Montreal has, led by players like Cole Caulfield and Nick Suzuki, it's almost too easy to predict they'll hit that 4-goal mark without breaking a sweat. They've been clicking offensively, and Chicago has shown time and time again that they can't stop a team once it starts rolling. Expect Montreal to surpass 3 goals with ease, and 4+ goals? Yeah, that's almost guaranteed at this point. Petr Mrazek over 3.5 goals allowed. Oh, Petr Mrazek, bless his heart, but this season hasn't exactly been kind to him. With a 3.23 GAA and a .893 SV%, it's safe to say that Mrazek has been more of a turnstile than a brick wall. Now, let's pair that with the fact that Chicago's defense is a complete mess, allowing the 5th most shots on goal in the league and giving up an average of 5.4 goals per game over their last 5. And it's almost a guarantee that Mrazek will be under siege all night. Montreal has been scoring a will lately, averaging over 4 goals per game in their last 6, and with Chicago's defensive struggles, it wouldn't be at all surprising if they end up putting 4 or more goals past Mrazek. With the way things are shaping up, taking the over on 3.5 goals allowed from Mrazek feels like a no-brainer. It's not a matter of if Montreal will score, it's just how many goals Mrazek will let through before the final buzzer. Cole Caulfield, anytime scorer. Oh, Cole Caulfield. How could he not score in this one? With Montreal's offense absolutely humming lately, averaging over 4 goals per game in their last 6, Caulfield is right in the sweet spot to find the back of the net. He's got the scoring touch, and against a Blackhawks defense that is practically handing out goals like Halloween candy, Caulfield should have plenty of opportunities to add to his tally. Chicago's defense has been about as effective as a paper towel in a rainstorm, and with Mrazek in net, it's not hard to envision Caulfield slipping one by him. With his ability to capitalize on chances, especially when the opposition is giving him so many, it's safe to say Caulfield will likely get on the score sheet. With Montreal controlling the game and Caulfield in full goal-scoring mode, this one's a no-brainer. Nick Suzuki to register a point. Oh, Nick Suzuki, what a treat for Montreal fans. With the Canadiens clicking offensively and averaging over 4 goals per game in their last 6, it's hard to imagine a scenario where Suzuki isn't involved in the scoring. He's not just a passive bystander out there. He's a key driver of the offense. And with Chicago's defense generously giving up goals like it's their full-time job, Suzuki will have more than enough opportunities to pick up a point. Whether it's dishing out an assist to a teammate like Caulfield or finding the back of the net himself, Suzuki will likely be in the thick of it. Chicago's defense, which has more holes than a Swiss cheese, will make it easy for Suzuki to make an impact. The chances are high that he'll be registering a point in this one, especially with Montreal dominating the game from start to finish. And that's a wrap on today's video, folks. I'm sure you're absolutely on the edge of your seat, eagerly awaiting the next thrilling installment of this channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because clearly you don't want to miss any of our daily videos. I mean, who could live without them? And while you're at it, smash that notification bell, so you can be the first to know when we drop more gems like this. Oh, and if you're looking for some premium picks, because, let's be honest, who isn't? Join our Patreon. It's where the real magic happens. Premium picks, insider info, and possibly even some mildly entertaining banter. So, hit that link, and we'll see you on the inside. Until next time, enjoy the game, make those bets, and remember, you're welcome.